Hey, what's up? It's Whistle, and welcome back to Settlement Survival. In our last episode of Settlement Survival, we built quite a few houses, as well as a church. We expanded our farms, and we are also going and preparing for our first set of immigrants. The immigrants are going to be here in about a month and a half, so that is super exciting. We don't really have a lot of work we need to do before then, to be honest. So I think we're just going to go ahead and get into it. In my last video, my first two videos, I was saying that these stones here are coal. I was corrected by a viewer, so thank you very much for that. But these are iron, apparently, which definitely makes sense because I thought that they were coal and then it wasn't showing up and everybody was still complaining about being cold, so that makes a lot more sense. So I'm going to set this to coal, or keep this set on coal rather, because now that I know that iron is scattered around and I have 1,000 at the moment, there is no need to mine iron. So we'll at least get some fuel going. We have 154 coal and we will keep going with that. And that is awesome. And then once we get a new mine, I will probably have that set to iron just to get some extra resources. So we are, again, just cruising along, waiting for these immigrants to show up. I do see some wood scattered around here, which means we don't have enough storage. So let's see where I can get some storage. I'm either thinking over here or potentially up here might not be a bad idea, because this whole area here I'm going to kind of have as my industrial-ish area. I don't plan on putting houses up there. And I think I'm just going to kind of leave this to various different jobs. So let me select that real quick before I forget. Oh, everything is popping up. Oh, wonderful. So we'll get that on reads. And we're just waiting on citizens to come in, but again, that should be shortly. And I also want to make sure I have a clinic and that somebody is working there, which is great. So yeah, super exciting stuff. I'm going to go ahead and put down a warehouse. Can I unlock a better one yet? Let's see. Where would that be? I probably just missed over it. Warehouse. Okay, so I'm going to open both of these. The durable storage yard can hold more resources than the standard storage yard, I believe. But I think for right now, just to keep aesthetics going, I'm going to go ahead and put down a couple actual warehouses up here. So I think we'll do one there and one there. And those are buildings that are going to hold a good amount of resources for us. And I think it will look a lot better, again, long term, as opposed to just having this here just right smack dab in the middle with all of our resources shown. So I think we are good with that. Water we are doing fine with as well. And just to prepare for the immigrants coming in, I think I'm just going to pause real quick and just make sure enough of these places have an open job. That's probably good having two. I don't need two there. One. Wonderful. Okay. And these are both open. I know 3 farmers can do this tree patch here perfectly fine, so that is no concern for me. I think in this video I'm going to start farming livestock. And I have this here, which will increase productivity on our livestock farms. So I'm just going to go ahead, pop that down there. And I'm not too worried about cutting down the rest of these trees for the moment. Once this is built, we're going to be able to get some kind of livestock in there. I don't know what I have unlocked yet, so that will determine what I wind up doing. But exciting stuff. And the migrants should be showing up soon, hopefully. I don't know where they're coming from, but they are not at the town hall yet. Just strange, but that's fine. We'll just wait. Eventually they'll just pop in. And they'll say, wow, boy, this place sure does look like a nice place to live. And then they'll just live here. And life will be peachy. I think also with that, I know I have 3 houses that are not currently being occupied by anybody. But I'm going to just get going on the next row of houses back here. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll get a little road going up here as well. I think I have... No, I only have 231 stone, so we'll just do dirt roads for a little bit longer. And once I'm able to get a good amount of stone being produced, I will switch that over to stone roads, because stone roads are going to make them walk just a little bit faster. Or a lot of it. I think it's, yeah, 50%. Ooh, and our immigrants have arrived. Let's see how many we get. 11. That's super exciting. So we're going to accept them. And this will also pick up an administrator as well. So we can either go with Claire, who will give us a citizen's max warmth plus 15, or Alina, who will give us output of gathering structures plus 10%. I think, because I don't have too many gathering things, at least at the moment, so I think the max warmth is going to be more important to us right now. So I'm going to go ahead and pick her. And all of these guys are going to go ahead and just move into wherever they can. But you can see right now, we have 11 temporary workers. Ooh, you are sick. What are you sick with? Cholera. That's lovely. It's a good time. So with that, I think I might wind up just researching. Yes, so we're going to go ahead and research this real quick. So this is going to accelerate the treatment of cholera and hopefully keep it less infectious, because I don't want a cholera outbreak in my little town. And we have enough people now, so we're going to just go ahead and start employing them in places. Get you there. All right, and as we get going on all of this, I'm going to actually probably hire 2 builders as well. And I think, just so I don't run out of water, we're going to go ahead and put one in on the well. And that looks like that is all of our people that we have, which is unfortunate. I was hoping it was going to be a little bit more in terms of jobs filled, but that's not a problem, because we have all these houses that are going to get built. So as that happens, we will be great. I think also relatively soon it might be worth just getting rid of this gathering station, replacing it somewhere else, because you can see, what is that, probably 30-40% of the circle is not actually covered by trees, which is severely going to diminish the amount of output that it has. Plus, I don't want the houses to start building into it either. Oh, you need to know what to make. Let's see. This is making linen for us, correct? Yes. So we're going to go ahead and select that. So once we start making some linen, which should be in progress at least. Yes. So once we start making linen, we're going to be able to make some rough clothing, which again, we did run out of in the last episode. So that will just help keep everybody a little bit warmer, a little bit happier. And once we get enough of that going, we'll be able to get some better clothing. So there is down jacket, there's luxurious coats and gowns. I believe that is the tier they wind up going in, and I'm sure that probably has different increases in happiness. I have not made it far enough in this game yet to figure out the, the small details in the different clothing. Right, and we have, what is this? So we have 2 students, which is good because education is important going forward. And that was in the school that we built in the last episode. So right now we actually are just up to 3. So this can hold a total of 20. And that's good because, again, education will help us earn the development points faster. And the faster we do that, the faster we can progress, and the faster we can then earn more development points. It's a lovely little cycle. Right, so you are cold, apparently. So I am sorry to hear that, but we should have more than enough heating resources for you, so I'm not sure what is going on. But it's just the one house, the boarding house down here that's saying it's cold. So yeah, I'm not too sure, but I think we're okay. And we have the mine going. How is this coming along? Ooh, we're waiting on a lot of timber. Do I have timber? I do. Okay. So I did also, I hired another person for the logging camp. I think 2 per logging camp is pretty good. In my experience, whenever I go above 2, they just wind up clearing out all the trees, and then it's just a big empty patch waiting for it to grow. So this way, at least, it's just kind of consistently doing this. And I can also just go ahead every now and again and just say, let's gather all of the plants in this area, just in case we get something nice out of it, something that we can use. Plus, worst case, a little extra food is never a bad thing. But we might also wind up getting some herbs out of it, which will help treat some medical issues, as well as just unlocking a small amount of some other things that we could wind up using, such as various plants for alcohol or other plants as well. So, okay, and all of these are built, so that is good. We should have some clothing being built. Yes, we are currently on 5 clothing, so that's good. And this is making not a lot. How's my flax doing? Where does that even show up? I'm asking great questions here. You can tell I'm very prepared for knowing what's going on here. Nope, it's not in there. Oh well, we'll figure it out. And we can always get more flax fields if we need to. But let's go ahead and just gather up these plants as well, because nothing is going to wind up growing back, so that's fine. And yeah, we are good. So we did earn another development point as well. I think the next thing, at least research-wise, that I'm going to wind up working towards is going to be this stone pit. So stone pit is a 15 by 15 building, and it's going to let us just mine stone. So that way we don't have to go around and collect stone or anything. So where can I put it? Can I put it in here? Yes, I sure can. Okay, that's taking up a bit of space. I'll put it back behind the mountain. Yeah, let's do it over here. It'll be nice and out of the way. But yeah, so this is just a pit basically where it's gonna just get us a bunch of stone. So that way we don't have to really worry about stone, and it can just kind of produce in the background, and as we need it, we will take from it. But it will help a lot with our expansion of houses as we go, because each house needs 12 stone. So just by having that, we're good. And this is done. Lovely. No animals available now. Okay. I'm not sure how to unlock animals, but I guess we'll just close that for right now. I'm curious if the hunting cabin will help us unlock animals. If you are watching this and you happen to know the answer to that and you want to let me know, I would appreciate it, because I'm not sure how you unlock like different plants or animals, or you know what the real process behind all that is, but it is something I would like to learn if possible. And our sawmill here is output limit reached, right? So what that means is it created 300 domestic fuel, which is the most that it can make. So we're gonna just up that real quick, and I think I'll just make that 400, just because then we'll be good. And I should have more than enough timber. Again, if not, timber's something easy enough to cut, because I can just cut all of this stuff down here, get a whole crap ton of timber, have them make it into you know, the heating stuff, and then by the time that's done, it'll be grown back in and we'll be good. So wood is a pretty easy resource for me to get, especially early on, because I still have a whole bunch of forests around me. Later in the game, I imagine it might be a little difficult if you don't plan things properly, like logging camps, or there's a building where you can just kind of plant trees and grow them, or a research point for that, rather. So if you don't plan that accordingly and you start chopping down all your trees, that could be a problem, but I'm not terribly worried about that, as I have plenty of trees. And I think I may also just go ahead, put down a... Oop, why are you upset? Oh, because it needs to be 2. So we're going to destroy this road real quick, and we're just going to put a bridge across, just because we can. Okay, and we're good. So we're just going to get it straight across there. That will expand us out this way as well with what we can get. What are those? Alpacas? Yes, I think so. So yeah, this bridge will connect us to the other side of our little map here, which is great. And it will unlock a lot of extra resources for us, as well as just a lot more space. So I can start setting up, like, I can make everything over here just kind of gathering stations or logging camps or something like that. And just get rid of this stuff here and make this basically my city, and this can be where all my resources come from if I decide I want to go that route. But for right now, I just want to keep things relatively close. I don't need anybody walking halfway across the map to get to work. At least not yet. Because if that were to happen, I'll probably wind up getting some houses over here. But that's a super late game thing, I think. I'm going to focus mostly on this half. So, I think, let's see. So this right here, this icon should mean, if I'm remembering correctly, that if I put down a hunting cabin here, that I should get more stuff out of it. But also I'm not sure because it's not giving me the green thing underneath it as the pasture did. Because the pasture said that I would be good if I put, you know, that here was a nice green, but that's not. So I will look into that between episodes, potentially move this if I need to. It doesn't cost too many resources to make. And what else are we building that we're not building this? Do you guys just want a road out here? Because I can get you a road. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We will have to chop down a couple trees in the process, but that is fine. Let's get a little road network going out to some of our farther areas. And we do have a surplus of tools at the moment, which is good. Obviously, once this quarry opens up, probably going to go through tools a bit faster. But we're just in the population growth portion of the game for the most part, because we're just waiting on these children to grow up and, you know, go to school and then go to work and help us out. So until then, we're just kind of growing a little bit. And we unlocked another development point. So let's see. I'm thinking about, if I can find it here. Which one is it in? Yes. So I'm going to go ahead and get a reservoir going. So I know I talked about this in the last episode, but a reservoir is lack of raw materials. Okay, so we're also going to do new flax field. Sorry, I keep getting distracted. But the reservoir, again, as far as I understand it, will give us more water than a well would. Or at least, you know, over the same space. So I'm going to go ahead and put that down right here. And I think, yeah, I'll just leave this for a little bit, but I'm going to wind up getting rid of it because I'm going to need this space at some point. And it doesn't make sense to just have like this being gathered when I could just move it even over here, at least for the time being, or again, even just out here. New livestock acquired. Perfect. Ooh, I got a buffalo. That's fun. I've never gotten a buffalo before. So in this game, the animals you get, they will provide some outputs. So obviously they'll provide buffalo meat once we slaughter them after they become adults. The buffalo also provide leather as well as animal dung. So I know I was talking about the animal dung being useful for the domestic fuel in here, because then I won't need to use wood. And I'm sure there are other uses for it at some point later on in the game, but that is going to be my primary use for it, I think, is just getting some heating fuel out of it. And I think in order to get that going, let's see. I'll just knock down one of these tomato farmers. We'll open this up and we'll be good. And if I zoom in, you're going to see I have a little buffalo friend in there. Just hanging out in his pasture on the trees. And I believe We have to wait for another buffalo to come in so they can start procreating. And in here, I can set a limit. So right now, my max capacity is 11. So that means once we hit 11 adults, they will start slaughtering them. So I like to keep that number nice and high because then I'm going to be getting, oops, as I drag it down a little bit, but then I'm going to be getting the maximum amount of, babies and growth out of it. As opposed to if I set that to like 4, I'm only really going to be getting 2 baby buffaloes at a time. And I have another group of immigrants arriving, which is good. Hopefully that's another, 12 or so individuals. Okay, peas are going. Good. So I will definitely need another flax field. So I think if let's see. I know thinking can definitely be dangerous, so I should be careful with that. But if I put this... Dang it, I'm one short to make this work. And I don't want to knock that road out. I guess I could always... I didn't plan this very well, apparently. Nothing is lining up like I want it to. I guess we can just put it right there. Super far from ideal, but that is okay. We'll get another flax field going, and then we'll be able to get some more clothing for our people. I think 2 flax fields should be more than enough for right now, because you can see even with what we have, we are positive on the clothes, but as winter approaches, that is going to wind up going down a little bit. And I think I'm going to also go ahead and just gather plants in all of this. Here we have our immigrants coming in. Nice little line of them. Little conga line just walking through all of our buildings. Heading to our marketplace. Cool, so we're good. So I'm going to go, oops, click on the wrong building. So I'm going to accept these 11 immigrants. Again. And that is good. Let's see. So they're going to go off and do their thing for the moment. I think, let's see. So I got 11 total. So I'm going to go ahead and hire these 2 back. I have 5 builders. You need a worker. I'll give you 2 workers. How does that sound? And I will get 2 reed fields going as well, because then we'll be able to get some paper and development points will start flying in quicker. Happiness and health are high, which is really, really good. Let's see. Is it worth it for me? Probably to build another clinic. So let's go ahead and do that. If I can find it. There it is. So we'll build another one. This is another building that I don't mind having in my town square. As, again, it being close to the center of town is going to mean that it will be able to reach just about all of my houses that I'm going to build. And obviously I want to be careful not to put too many buildings in here because then I don't have enough space for houses. But I think with what I have, I'll be good. Okay, and there are 4 occupants in here, meaning I will need 4 more houses. And what if let's see. No, that doesn't work anyway. I was thinking if I just deleted that road there, I could get some houses in, but I can't. So that is fine. And you need some workers, so let's do that. And we're also going to go ahead and give you some flax seeds. So you can start doing that. Lovely, lovely stuff. I probably... Yeah, let's just go ahead and get rid of this building here. And I will get another one set up over here. So we'll do a little gathering station. Let's do it right there. And I'm also going to set up an apiary. So the apiary is going to collect beeswax for us. And what that beeswax is used for is going to be soap. So as I unlock soap, which is right here, I'll get a soap workshop, and that will allow me to keep everybody cleaner, which will get happiness and health up. So seeing as I have 2 development points, let's just go ahead and activate that right now. Close out of this window, and we're going to go ahead and put the soap workshop up here. Let's see, where is a good spot? Does that fit? No, of course not. I have 1 tile that it does not work on. Unless I put... Yeah, I could always do it back here and just get a little road going behind it, because these warehouses do have doors on the back as well. So that's actually not a bad idea. All right. Let's just do a quick little path just to connect things up. You need some workers, and I am already out of workers. How the heck did that happen? So I guess we'll just knock down 2 of these, get them in here. Okay, I still only have the 1 buffalo. Yes, still just the 1 buffalo. That's totally fine by me. It can take its time. But once we start getting some buffaloes procreating, we will have some meat. We'll have leather. Everything will be good. Ooh, and I don't have any workers in the clinic either. Okay. Seeing as all of these trees are just about dead, or not dead, but, you know, just recently cut down, we'll knock 1 person off of that, get them in the clinic, because I want everybody to be healthy. And happiness is falling. I'm not sure why we are falling. Let's see. Because we are out of tools again. So I have plenty of iron. Probably just going through more tools. So I think I just have to wait for some of the children to grow up so I can put them in a blacksmith. But I did unlock the soap workshop, and all of this is going great. So move that, get somebody in the gathering station. Oh, I know what I ran out of herbs. That's what the problem is. That's why everybody's upset, because I ran out of the herb. I had 130, and now we have none. So hopefully this gathering station has a lot available. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and just gather the plants in this area. I'm not going to get too close to the shore because there's a lot of these up here, which are basically just reeds, and I'm growing those anyway. So we will do that. And then I'm also just going to say, let's collect all of... let's not make it too big. All of this stuff right here as well, in the hopes that some of it will be herbs. Because our stuff is tanking down at the moment, and I'm upset that I missed that. So I think, oh crap. I'm upset that I missed that. Shouldn't have gotten rid of that. Oh well, you learn about the game as you play it, I guess. So I can always get another one over here, and we'll get some stuff gathered, and that should be good once we get some population. And we reach our limit on that again, so we'll knock that down. But I am going to probably call episode today, as our health and happiness are just in the toilet. That way, at least next episode, we can try to fix it. Or, you know, maybe we won't fix it, and we'll just keep limping along and eventually get back up to the happiness we want. So, thank you everybody so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope all of you have a great day or night wherever you are at in the world. If you like the video, please drop a like. I appreciate it. And if you like what I'm doing here and you want to subscribe, please feel free. It is super appreciated. It lets me know that you guys like what I'm putting out. And if you don't like what I'm putting out, drop a comment down below. Let me know. And I will put a playlist link on the screen here in a moment, so you guys can see what's going on in the rest of the playlist if you missed the first couple episodes. And otherwise, always remember to do something kind.